hope this stutter, clears up in a minute. I got one more trick up my sleeve. I just want to know, how am I coming in? How are we doing? And oh my God, what did I have to drink last night? Man, that was a fun happy hour. My audio coming in good? I'm trying something new here. Woo! All right. Oh yeah, starting to clear up here. Don, sounds good. T.O., thank you for coming into the house. Adam, I see you there. Ham Radio 2.0. Man, that was a great happy hour. What did we drink? What did I drink? I can't even remember. Ugh, it was that fun. But today, we are going to talk about smoking some ribs, and we're going to start out by prepping the ribs. Just need to click there. And I have a fancy second camera. Look, yay! Ooh, that's a little bit more cleaner. That's interesting. All right, well, the first thing we're going to do is just talk about ribs themselves. I got here, off camera, this is a St. Louis cut spare rib rack. I got it from the grocery store, so it's pretty much already trimmed pretty nicely. We still have to remove the membrane. I'll show you how we do that in a second. This marbleization, I do like it. Usually, though, if you want to talk about trimming the fat a bit, if you can pick it up with your fingers, just pinch it a little bit, and then right there, I'm going to go ahead and just trim that. Boom! Our first trimming. If you can't really pick it up with your fingers, it'll be perfect. Just leave it right there as it is. I kind of like this rack as is. Yeah. And I can't see the chat right now. I'm sorry. We're going to go ahead and pull out this guy. This guy is a true spare rib cut. I did not cheat on this guy. He has all the extra meat down here that usually you don't see on a St. Louis cut. A St. Louis cut, if we just pick this guy up again one more time for comparison, is the same cut of meat, but it's already trimmed for you. Both of them are good. I smoked both before, but I do just like a St. Louis style cut of my spare ribs, just because of it's more consistent cook time versus if you on the fly switching the amount of meat on this spare rib is so much thicker on this side than this side, and also is so much longer. So it's not going to really cook more thoroughly, evenly. But I done both before. It can be done. This guy does need a lot of trimming, so let's go ahead and start the work on that. So the first thing we're going to do is called squaring up. I am going to head and remove this piece of meat right here. And if you fold it up a bit, you can start to tell where the bones are, and we want to cut up almost right to those bones themselves. And I'll talk about that part in a second. So let's go ahead and just start cutting. Just look at that, how easy it is. Oh man, I forgot my straightener. So, how's everyone else doing, man? From last night. Couldn't be me just drinking all that whiskey and fun sauce, go juice. Right here, we're getting to the sternum. The sternum is just on a normal person's sternum, but it's also on the pig, a piece of bone that connects the rib cages together. Getting past that is kind of a pain. You're going to have to put some elbow work into it, because cartilages, you're going to be cutting through some thick cartilages here. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of oomph. Woo! There we go. Now I'll trim this guy up more later, but if you want to use this piece of meat, let's go ahead and just do it now. I'll take the knife and I'll just run it right next to the sternum there to get all the meat I can off of it. I think that's about it. Go ahead and just cut it right there. Maybe, maybe not. So close. There we go. There we go. Cut that off. So now this, when you have riblets, it's actually this piece of meat cut in long ways because you still have some cartilage running across here. Actually, kind of more this way, I'm sorry. And when you cut along these fat lines, you'll have a little riblet. But I'm going to go ahead and throw these in the trimming box and continue on. The other piece of meat, the last thing we're going to do to square this up, there's this little flap here, and you just want to find where the bones kind of start and just trim it up. Boom. And you can trim here, just get underneath the fat or in between the fat and the little piece of meat up top. Look at that. On the back, there is this little flap, which I did not get much on this guy, but this is one of my favorite pieces cuts here. I will put this piece of cut on with my rub, same time with everything else, and it's usually done in 2 hours, and it will give you an idea where your smoke is going. You can kind of get a sneak peek, plus after 2 hours, kind of getting hungry, and perfect little snack for you. There. They didn't give me much on that. Bummer. Part right there. Cool. The next thing we're going to do, where did my spoon go? Have a spoon. We are going to peel up this piece of like skin, or the word escaped me right now. But we're going to peel this up. It's easy if you take a spoon and scrape it along the bone. You start seeing the membrane here starting to separate a bit, and that's what we want to see. Then, pro tip, take a paper towel, use that again in a minute, and grab onto that little piece of membrane that's separated from the bone. Then pull in the direction of the membrane, because we want to eventually get one solid piece all the way across. Oh man, look at that. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. There we go. So here's this membrane I'm peeling back. Grab with a paper towel, and that holds onto it, locks on there, and then you just peel all the way across. Boom. I got one more to do. I'm going to set this guy aside for now. Same thing. Hold up a little bit. Grab on with the paper towel. Oh, you need to go nicely. Start pulling straight up. There we go. And once it's all the way up, grab onto a good piece and just run it all the way across. like so. Yes. All right. Transition. Next, we're going to do some rubs. So I have a sneak peek. I have something special for y'all. If it'll play. And go.
Simple. It's based on ratios of 6 simple ingredients that most people have in the kitchen. Ooh, I can do the TV magic thing. These first 3 ingredients are I'm going to be using spoon for today. All good Texas dry rubs start with ground and I use. Then for the Texas sweetness, I'm going to use with some of the. So you're going to need to smash it down with a fork just to remove all those clumps and it will give us a more consistent rub. These next 3 ingredients are going to be, that's going to be for today. We're going to start with ground powder, then it's cohort and crime powder, then for the Texas, the powder.
Ooh, look at those pretty layers.
With all these ingredients combined, we're going to shake it up until cap appears. That's it. That's my Texas dry rub. It's perfect to rub all your
How long has that been going on? Oh my god! I just saw that. No! I managed to Frank sync up. I bet that was Jason trying to call me. We'll see. Oh man. Oh man. I'm so sorry. Well, to recap after that, what I was saying mostly is I don't like to put my rub on after, or I don't like to put my rub on the night prior because the rub will start drying the meat out over time, and we don't want to happen. So if you have it in the fridge for overnight, you're just going to start drawing more moisture out of the your piece of meat. Um, and when you're putting your rub on there, you just probably want to put a good uniform layer. You do not really want to rub it in. You can spread it out if you get too much in one area, but don't rub it in and massage it. You're just going to keep pushing the rub off your meat. Just let it gently fall on there. The moisture in the meat will clean it on, and you'll be fine. Um, Other than that, what I also was saying that I have two containers here. If we were working with another piece of type of meat, cow, chicken, beef, or pork, you want to have two. I have one container for each type of meat I'm working with. I will prep everything. Then when I go to start doing the rub, I will have foil out on the counter. And once I finish all the pork, because after we start touching the meat and touching the outside of this bowl's contaminated, and we don't want to go to the beef and start working with the beef. So right before I wash my hands, I take the bowl, I dump it into the new container in front of the beef, throw this in the sink, go wash my hands, and now I'm ready to start working with the beef. And then you do the same process with chicken, so you don't contaminate the chicken with the beef. You don't want people getting sick at your barbecue. Oh man, what else did I say? I am using. I started with a spare rib cut, and I trimmed it down to a St. Louis cut. All the trimmings I will probably put on the smoker today. I have a little bit of space, but I'm looking forward to this. What else? I'm reading y'all in chat now. I wish I saw that sooner. I wonder if that was Jason calling me. Turn on your volume. Yes, yes it was. Ha 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 ha. Ay ay ah. All right. But what other questions? Um, James, cross contamination is bad. I worked in restaurants industries for a long time, and it's pretty much drilled into me that wash your hands between going to a particular style to another one. It could be meat to vegetables, and even if you're working with vegetables and there's not a lot of bacteria in the vegetables, there's still salmonella in there, and you still have to wash your hands between going working with the vegetables and going to the meat station to work with your meat. I do not use a binder. I just use a dry rub that we saw me making a little bit ago, and that's it. Man, I have an awesome backyard. The sun is kind of right there and throwing shadows, but we're just going to push through that. I will talk about temperatures in the next live stream. It's going to be at noon, I believe, so in a couple hours. I still got to get this baby fired up and going, and it's a miracle if you watched the live stream last night that I am awake and going. So we had a blast. Go check that out. I bet it rivals Josh's here in Leia's live stream. I think we surpassed him. Almost 4 hours of happy hour. Jeez, goodness gracious. Uh, Good backyard for HF. Thanks, Don. I I I love it. I want to one day. We'll see after the house situation's tied up. I hate how this video's kind of stuttered. I'm done here, and I think this will clean
it that time. I swear. I don't know. I think the mute button selected, and when I went back to the screen, it does that again. Um, how about now? It should be back now. Video fine, no audio. Should be now. One, two, one, two, three. One, two, three. Audio's back. All right. I think it was selected, so when I transitioned windows, it selected itself. I don't know what happened. Um, I'm still new with the whole streaming. Forgive me. I'm sorry. We will have greater videos next time. Um, audio low, very low. I can fix that a bit here. It was very hot, so I did turn it down. 20. All right. How about now? We got 5 minutes coming up. Who's next after me? Can't really hear him. No, don't tell me that. Better now? We're getting ready. Yeah, I don't have Jason's experience yet. So far, he's done all the switching in our live stream, so it's getting there. It's getting there. So was it louder before? We'll figure that out. We'll figure that out. Um, who's coming up next? Go to the dock. SDR play with 7:41. It is a premiere, so we're going to have to shut this down on time. So we're getting close to the ape dance. To the ape dance. Wow, man. So that's about it. All my prep here. I'm doing 3 racks. We're going to be throwing in the smoker. I'm going to get this thing fired up. I got more wood to bring out, and we'll talk about that later. 4 minutes left. Any other questions, guys? Ape, yes, thank you very much. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I am trying to push that 1K. Still a bit away. Let's go ahead and subscribe. Help me out, y'all. This has been fun. 120 of y'all. Woo-wee! Jason already threw out the who's coming up next. I believe I have the link already pinned to the playlist. Yes, doing it right. Hand Radio Hobo. Go ahead and follow him too, man. He makes some great videos. Don, free tank. Yes. And you notice I'm missing a glass of something right now. Do I deliver? Depends how much money I get. Oh, it's gonna be great. Oh, it's gonna be great. So what else we got questions? Watching that time. Oh, I forgot I could go ahead and in stuff. Ooh. Rudy's Cup again, always. Gotta support those local businesses out there. Tank, 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 tank. Tank Radio! It's amazing that I'm up and walking. Seriously, I drank too much whiskey. Go watch that stream. Just skip to 2 hour mark. Then it gets good. It was a blast. Oh man. But you gotta have some other questions, guys. We got 2 minutes. I almost did all this right. I'm gonna get the sound audio correct. I am. I'm trying. Oh, if I was a better YouTuber, I would have my thumbnails loaded for the noon one. Why the name Tank? Isn't it obvious? Go watch the live stream. Just see how much. things I consume. It was a lot. What temperature do you set my smoker at? Well, it's an offset. No power. No power over here. So I try to run around 200 to 210. That is my sweet spot. I'm going to be doing Wayne mesquite today with a mix of pecan. Mesquite gives off a heavy smoke flavor profile, which is great at the beginning, but you don't really want too much after that. Um, and that's why I go to pecan later in the smoke. The pecan is just kind of a filler wood. It does have a little bit of flavor and taste, but it's not going to overpower your meat. I don't wrap my meat. I keep it unwrapped the entire time. How high did how high did the creek get? What do you mean? How low the bottle got? Yeah, you could go watch that stream to find out. Um, what make is that smoker? To be honest, this smoker has been repainted so many times that you can't tell what make the smoker is, but it's been in my family for generations. It doesn't even have handles anymore. You got to pick it up with a glove. Oh, it's time. Thank you everyone for watching. I am going to go ahead and sign off here. So to everyone out there, all my tankers, let's go forth. Let's conquer. Let's do this. 7-3.